Adam Schefter on NFL Live yesterday.
It'll be the Arizona Cardinals in Jerry's world, and it looks like Kyler Murray should be ready to come back from his foot injury. If all goes well this week, he's tracking to return. Jacoby Brissett stepped in the interim. But again, some quarterback questions about Monday Night Football next week.
Well, it's a good time, I guess, in that regard, if you're Kyler to come back. Number one, you're playing in a building, assuming he does play Gambo. You're playing in a building you've never lost in, high school, college, or the pros. You're going up against a defense that is just getting trashed by just about everybody who's playing it right now. And you've got a head coach in Brian Schottenheimer who is promising changes to the Cowboys defense, but even has admitted that some of the planned changes likely won't be installed until after their bye week, which is after the Monday night game against the Arizona Cardinals. So even he's saying, yeah, we're going to change some things. We might not have enough time to change some things before Arizona, but we're going to change some things because it is bad in Dallas defense. Yeah. Like, worst defense in the NFL. He's one of the worst defenses in the NFL.
I think he's got that song blaring through the facility right now. Turn and face the strange. Changes are coming.
Is that the song?
It could be. I mean, because they are. They said there's going to be personnel changes. There's going to be scheme changes. A lot of these things are going to hurt. You got a terrific tight end in Jake Ferguson, right? 5th in the league in catches. He doesn't have zero. He had 0 catches last week. 0. Dak Prescott was under so much pressure, and they never figured out how to protect him. He got hit 8 times. He got sacked twice. He had his head spinning, trying to figure out that all the pressure was coming from. It's a bad football team defensively. They're a really bad team. What changes they could make? We've speculated here, the same thing. Like the Cardinals are 2-5. They keep losing. They have a 5-game losing streak. Like, we've talked about changes and what has to happen. Is it personnel? Is it scheme? Are they going to blitz more? Are they going to keep more tight ends in? Like, what are they going to do? How could they get the running game going? Like, how could they stop collapsing in the fourth quarter? How do they improve their fourth quarter defense? So we talked a lot about that. But right now, this is a defense that's allowed the second most points and yards in the NFL. Now, their offense is really good. They average 6 yards per play, 3rd in the NFL. They've got 3,073 yards, 2nd in the NFL. But their defense is one of the bottom 2 defenses in just about every major statistical category.
It is so bad, Gambo, that right now the Dallas Cowboys defense is giving up 405 yards per game of offense and 31 points per game. As you mentioned just a moment ago, that's second to last in both of those categories. The Cardinals' best offensive performance this season falls below both of those thresholds. The Cardinals' best offensive performance this year was the 400 yards and the 27 points they had against the Indianapolis Colts in Week 6. 400 yards is less than the 405 Dallas is giving up. 27 points is less than the 31 points that Dallas is giving up per game. So even at their best this season, the Cowboys defense is giving up worse numbers than the Cardinals have even gotten to. So you can understand why. I know the dude's missed a couple of games in Kyler Murray. You can understand why we're setting a pretty high bar for him in his return to do some things that make us sit up and take notice, right? That make us sit up and go, ooh, wow, look at Kyler this week, not only because of where the game's at and the venue and the success that he's had there, but, man, if you can't take it to the Dallas defense, then it speaks to even larger problems that you have. Everything about this week screams a get-right moment for Kyler Murray in that offense with him in charge. Everything about it. And so it's got to happen. I mean, it has to happen this week.
I know that Dallas has games coming up against the Eagles, who really lit it up, last week. The Chiefs, who really lit it up last night. They couldn't. Every time they got the ball, it seemed like they were scoring a touchdown. I needed field goals, and I didn't get any. It was all touchdowns. The Lions, a good offensive team. So they got some big – there was a story in the Dallas paper, like they got to trade George Pickens. I'm like, Pickens has been great for them. I'm like –
You said that. I'm like, hey, George Pickens has been a hell of a find. Now it's time to trade him. Like, oh, my God, what are we talking about?
3rd in the NFL in receiving yards, 1st in yards after the catch. Like, got to trade the guy. I'm like, okay, so I read this story. Like, why? Because their defense sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't pay the guy. Like, Dak has a $74 million salary cap number. Lamb's got a $38.6 million figure. If you want to keep Javonte Williams, you got to add a lot more money. Like, it's like all your money's tied up there. I know you got some draft picks coming up, but like their whole talk there is trade Pickens. They need defensive help because as good as the offense is, you're not going anywhere with a defense that can't get a stop, and their defense just cannot get stops.
Yeah, it's another one of those moments, whether it's Micah Parsons personally destroying the Arizona Cardinals, or whether it's the Dallas Cowboys defense imploding without him. It's one of those moments where it's like, God, did we actually have a story a couple of weeks ago that asked the question if Dallas won the Micah Parsons trade? It's like, in retrospect, it's almost like I'm almost ashamed that we even brought that. Not that we thought that, but it was just like, hey, we found this article. Isn't this interesting? Somebody thinks Dallas might have won the Micah Parsons. And looking back, and I was like, who the hell would have had that thought in their brain?
He had 2.5 sacks. He was disruptive. He was really good, but he only had the 2.5 sacks. So people were like, oh, he's not got the yeah. And then the Cardinals came along.
He destroyed the Cardinals, and he was disruptive against the Steelers. And Dallas's defense has been so hideously bad without him.
But it brings up a point. Like, a great player like that is going to feast when he has the opportunity, and he feasted against the Cardinals. Who is going to feast against the Cowboys? Who's going to feast against them? Offensively.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So who's like Bo Nix had 250 yards passing and 4 touchdowns.
Is it Marvin Harrison Jr.? Is it James St. Jones? Yeah. Is it Bam Knight? Is it Kyler Murray?
Is it Trey McBride?
Is it Trey McBride? Like, who's going to feast against them? Because their defense, week in and week out, they're giving up incredible numbers. People are having their best offensive games of the season against them.
Gambo's working from home today, but Mitch and I just gave each other the Trey McBride look. Trey McBride, I think, is going to feast this week because Kyler's back. He loves throwing at Trey McBride. I don't know if there's a soul on Dallas that can stop Trey McBride, and I think I want it to be Marvin. I think in some ways we need it to be Marvin, but if I'm betting on one guy and the overs this week, put me down for Trey McBride and the overs on catches and yards and touchdowns and all. And
it might be a few guys.
It could be, yeah.
Like, it might be a few different guys that just feast because, there was an example where Denver was backed up 1st and 20 and they no problem. They go all the way down the field and score. It doesn't matter. Like, there hasn't been a down or distance that their defense has been able to stop.
Thanks for watching Burns Gambo. Click to see more from the guys and hit the button in the middle to subscribe so you never miss a video from Arizona sports.